Hi everyone, it's Caroline. I'm sitting on my porch. Thought I would bring you along. I just want to say hi. Sunday morning, and I'm going to be making some paper. Come along. It's actually pretty brand new. It was at my mom's and they were getting rid of it, so I took it for this purpose. And I've already got a couple of pieces of paper in there. This is from my craft space, and I do have some different colors. It's not just white paper, but I wanted to use what's in here. Going to chop it up and put it in the blender. I only have one hand, so I'm going to put my camera down. I'll show you the different steps, and I'm sure this is not new for a lot of handmade paper makers, but I wanted to show you what I'm going to do. And I also have this little tote of water, and I have this deco screen, whatever it's called, and I had bought this, years ago. Never used it because we moved and different things happened. Anyway, I wanted to do this, but what I did when I first made paper was I used a round splatter screen that you get at the dollar store, and that worked perfectly well. It did fall apart, so I ended up buying this decal frame for the paper. I'm just going to chop up my papers in smaller pieces with those scissors. Okay, as I'm doing this, I realize there's a couple of little pieces of cardboard, but I'm just going to go with it and put it in there. And I don't even know if I have to make these very small. When I first, while I'm putting these in here, when I first started doing this, I didn't have a blender. I had a stick blender that I had purchased, I think, for $5, at the thrift store, and that worked fine in the laundry tub. So that's how you can do it if you don't have a blender just dedicated for paper. And like I said, I was fortunate enough to get Mom's old things. I'm not even chopping that up right now, as you can see. We've got colors. So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stuff this in here. I'm not even going to bother. I was going to chop it up, but a lot of these pieces are very small already. And I will catch the ones that fall. This is funny. Let's see how this all ends up. It's always an experiment. I love porch experiments. Okay, empty container. That looks pretty full. I'm going to stuff it down with my hands. There it is. Got to get the lid. Okay, I've never used this before, so I just turned it on. I have it. I'm going to do pulse. Whoa, that is going to make a lot of noise. Okay, that was on low, and it's making a really nice pulp. I'm going to scoop in and see what it looks like. Another thing I'll show you is I have a big towel. This is what I used when I first made my papers. Just an old beach towel, so I have it lying down here. Hi, I have you set up on the chair, and I'm going to pour. I'm pouring the mixture, the slurry, in here. Oh, this is fun. Let's see. I'm going to try both ways. Okay, I flipped it over and I'm just taking the excess water from it. And my next try will be on, you'll see what I'll do with the mold and deco. I just looked at my paper. That's what it's called. I couldn't think of what the first word was. So I'm going to do I'll go another pass with the sponge just to soak up the water. And you can see the seam underneath the board where the floorboard is. That's okay. Well, this is all an experiment. It's going to be fun. I'm going to let that dry. This is the way you really do it. I did it the other way because I just forgot. So now I'm going to hold that together and dip inside. I don't think this is going to be very thin paper, but I'm okay with that. And I think it's because I have the ratio of water, paper to water is, I think I would need less paper, more water. So that's the pulp on top of the this frame, and I'm going to flip it lengthwise so I don't get the seam. I'm going to try that, but what I'll do before I flip it is I'll take my sponges. Extract the water. I use the other sponge. It wants to lift because it's taking all the water out. So now I'll flip it. Like that. Maybe I should have done it like that first. I'm doing it all different ways. There. There's a hole there. If I get really close, that's okay. I'm gonna do some more. Okay, just continuing on with the same method. I'm not that happy with that, so I'm going to try that again. Maybe swirl these around a little bit more, just so that it's not all settled. That's my method. I don't know if that's the right way. This is fun though. Just going to let the water drain out a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to bring it over to my towel. Sun is out, which is lovely. Okay, let's see what that does. Oh yeah. I am here upstairs now with my completed 5x7 handmade paper. Flip through with you what they look like. Some of them are a lot thinner because I did different consistencies, and some of them have wrinkles. You can see here there was little pieces of metallic thread, and this one's a very thin one. Some puckering and some pieces of this was cut up in some of my in the batch. This is really fun discovering how it all turned out. Some of these are super thin. They actually have some holes in them. This one has a hole. It also has a piece of thread. There it is there on this side. I don't mind that at all. This one completely broke apart. I'll use that anyway. This one is thicker. It has a little bit of green in there. You can actually see the imprint from the towel that I placed the, when I flipped out the paper to dry. Little globs of different confetti, different pieces. More the purple. When you have a really close look, you can see just all the fun tiny pieces of paper that were blended up. Some of these are very textured because they were thicker, a thicker scoop. This one I added a little bit of ink and I didn't blend it, so I just scooped it up and that's what happened. This one is broken. Again, I'm going to use that. Oh, there's the other piece of it. This one. It's so fun and satisfying to reveal, to see the reveal, to feel it. These are just all natural from the pages that I used. My scraps and also some of our personal papers that we throw out. And that's the color that it gave me. So it's very gray. Definitely going to be doing that again with my other scraps that I will get. I have nothing left now. My little bin, my lettuce container that I use for my scraps is empty. So we'll have to start all over again. And as part of my reveal of the handmade paper that I just finished making is I'm going to do my next Ugly Art Club prompt, which is transfer. I'm going to use this one as my template for the size, and I'm going to use this paper that's broken. I'm just going to cut it down, probably tear it. Actually tear it here just a little bit. I want to keep them the same size. Like that, and then actually just where it's broken. I have these left over, so I'll use those in something else. And I'm going to start my 5-minute. My 5-minute challenge. And here we go. Transfer. Siri, set a timer for 5 minutes. Thank you for coming over today. I really appreciate it. I hope you found a little inspiration. Always stay adventurous and be fresh. I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.